So please give me a feedback. So my name is Sasha. Please give me a feedback. Can you hear me? So write it in the chat if you can hear me. And also would be super interesting to see where are you tuning in from. If you are super brave like Sue, you can also put in or put on the camera, because it's nice to say Toronto or Canada, UK, Kent. Okay, New York. Oh, amazing. New York. Scotland. Oh, they put on the Mo, Idaho, Bulgaria. Oh, so you see, we are super international. That's cool. Honolulu. Now I'm jealous. Wow, Bob, I'm super jealous. Honolulu, Hawaii. I was yesterday. I was in LA, and then there was the display flight to Honolulu, and said yes. I need to go to Hawaii. Yeah, so Alison, Valentina, hello, hello, hello. So welcome to the call. This call has the purpose to give you a little bit more insight into SAGA, right? You everyone have SAGA, tested SAGA, downloaded SAGA, so you have an idea what it is. I have to mute some of you just that we have. Okay, so to give you an overview of all the functionalities, right? Everyone has downloaded or on the app downloaded or created an account in SAGA, right? Write a 5 in the chat if you said, yes, I have this already, I logged in. So pretty set up at the beginning. So what we do today is we do just some kind of walkthrough on how to start with SAGA, right? We don't go through all the features because SAGA is pretty huge, the whole universe, but we start with the core things and give you some basic understanding how to use SAGA for your success in the business. Sound that cool for everyone? Perfect. That's amazing. Disclaimer, we also have a call on Tuesday at 8 where we do some kind of Q&As. So there you can jump in and ask your specific questions. We give some specific trainings on different topics. Like last week, we did a training about how to set up the lead magnet, how to do your own lead magnet. So, and I will show you how you can find out that. So let me show and share my screen. So give me a thumb up, please, or write something in the chat if you see my screen. That would be super. Thank you, Mo, for the feedback. Perfect. Amazing. So, because someone asked about where do I see that? So where do I see that? Here is the calendar, and you can go into the calendar and you see, hey, today there is the free training. Then we have on Wednesday, no, there's around. Here's the training from Fraser. Then we have the community training. So you see a lot of trainings are already set up for you. Here's the Tuesday. There's a special starter training with Fraser. So you should not miss that, right? A training with Fraser, impossible to miss. And then always Wednesdays, we have the community call where you can jump in and ask your questions. Sounds good? Okay, so that you know. Now the cool part is, the cool part is if someone of you said like, oh, I would love to see the training about the how to set up a lead magnet, would that be interesting for some of you? So then I do a cliffhanger. I will tell you at the end where you find this. Okay, so we start at the beginning, so to create some excitement there, so that you don't drop off right at the beginning. So first of all, when you log in, you be aware that is a web application. So you can do two things. You can open up it on your computer, or you also can upload it and use it on your mobile, right? Therefore, you just use the same address, which is like the saga.app, and then you can sign up. So I would highly recommend you to do so, to have it on your phone, because it's super fast. If you are signing in for the first time here, you see another button here on top, here in this area, which is like turn on push notification. I highly recommend every one of you to turn on push notification, because every time a new lead comes in, you get a notification on your phone or on your computer if you turn on your push notification. Does everyone understand that? Sorry, my English is not the best. Everyone says it's African English, but hopefully you get the point what I want to say. So write a 5 in the chat if you understand me, that setting up the notification is important and makes super sense for you all. So that, why? Because we found out the faster I react after someone raised his hands and say like, I have interest in your product, interest in what you're doing, the better it is, right? Thank you, Mo. Okay, so that's the first one. The next is we go down here to settings. By the way, do you see my green arrow here in the screen? Do you see the arrows? Yes, okay. Here, some arrows here. Now some circles should here create. So that's me. That's not someone else. We go there. Let me, maybe I do that a bit bigger, so then you see it better. Or now it's better. So we go here on prospecting settings. And this prospecting settings, we click here. And this is the first thing you should do. You should check if your settings are correct. So, of course, you check if your name is correct. Then, if you have some kind of referral link. I don't know, who of you are working with a referral link or your own shop? Depends on what business you are in. You might have a referral link, you have a shop, you have something where you can send a customer or someone who's interested if he wants to sign up, right? This has to go in here. Everyone has that? Perfect. Danny, thank you. I love the interaction. That's cool. Then the next step is you can decide by yourself, do you want that people contact you over WhatsApp or by text messages? And I'm sure all my American friends said like, no, it's text message. We don't use WhatsApp. And all the Europeans says like, no one uses text messages anymore. We are all in WhatsApp. So here we see some cultural differences. The cool part is you can choose. Sue, the question is here. She asked about, is it buying the product or buying the business? Do you have one unique link you can send and then the person can decide rather he's going to the business or rather going to the product? If not, if you have two links, I would decide, depending on your brand on social media, which I would choose first. Because most of the time, for most of us, it's easier to get a product customer than a business partner. So in that case, I would go with the business, with the product link. And then after this person get to know you better, you create some relationship, and then he might start as a business person, and then you can send him the link directly. So here you can set up everything. Always remember to save it. Then here you can decide over the socials, what socials should be displayed. If you want, hey, send me on WhatsApp, on email, and you can select other ones, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, X, whatever you can choose. So you can put in all your other resources if you want. That's just at the beginning to set up everything, correct? So if everything is here, it's fine. Another thing which might be interesting for you, if you want to customize the fields, these two, put in your name and your email address, that is always mandatory. So that is non-negotiable. If you want that people also have to leave the phone number, you can put that as a request too. If you want that they should put in the Instagram handle, you can decide that. Or if you want to put in your Facebook profile, put that. I can give you a pro tip is give as least as necessary. Don't give them too many options because it frustrates people if they feel they have to put in all the information. The less you ask for, the higher the chance that someone puts in the information, right? It's like with ourselves. If we have to fill out 20 things, we don't do it, or at least I don't do it. So just do not too much. Sounds good for everyone? Okay, cool. So then we are here at the dashboard. The dashboard is the thing when you log in to SAGA, you see here all the things at the beginning. First, you have here the calendar, which is something like, or not the calendar, the challenge, the daily method of operation is what do you do on a daily base? There you can select your own challenges. We come to this later. The next thing is what we have is the daily tasks. This is the thing, maybe you heard that, your calendar is your boss. And everything which is in your calendar, you do, and you don't forget. So this is why you can put in tasks for yourself, especially when it comes to follow-ups. Then if we go to the next, you have here on the right-hand side, you have the calendar. You see the upcoming events. So you can see that. You can jump to the next month. So you already see what's going on there. Also, the latest news. Always, if you click on it, you see the latest news. And you also see like, hey, community recording. Oh, where is the recording? So you can go back and watch it at the same time. So that is the dashboard. You can even go back far, so to see all the news if you want to read them. So that's the beginning. The next thing is, like in every business, how it starts is the onboarding. And the onboarding here is thing, it's like in a normal business. Some of us, if they buy a new product, they read the menu. Other one of us don't read the menu, they just go in, right? Who of you is someone who reads the manual at the beginning if you buy something new? There is someone, Alison is not sure, Mo also not 100% sure. So what we did here is a very short on-point onboarding for everyone how to start with SAGA. Who of you, write a 5 in the chat, did the onboarding and completed the onboarding already? And a 0 if you are wanted, but you didn't finish yet. I love the honesty. That's amazing. So, and by the way, for all who watched the videos, was it helpful for you? Give us a feedback. Was it helpful to understand SAGA a little bit better and getting an idea about here, especially I would say like understanding the process in SAGA. It's interesting to understand the structured sales process a little bit better. I think this video helps really a lot. Then especially here working with SAGA to have an overview and also here like what is happening in every steps. I think Fraser gives very good details into all the stuff. For all of you who didn't watch it, it's still available, so you still can watch it. And the section here down is interesting. It's like, for example, number 2, everyone should do is like getting SAGA on your home screen. Here is a short explanation on how you get SAGA as it looks like an app on your home screen. So look, here's my SAGA on my home screen. Do you see that? There it is. There, this one. So that's super helpful because then you already, Jeremy or Sarah, I don't know who's there, you have it 24/7 available. You are super fast in responding, and that's perfect. So this is why what I can highly recommend you to do to go into the onboarding. So the next thing is I want to show you some kind of flow, because I think to having a flow and to understand how everything is working kind of helps me, at least me, because I'm a very visual person. Who of you is also a little bit visual? Some of you, okay, perfect. So looks like a checkup box, yes. And we want to win on this one. So do you see the new screen? Hopefully you see the new screen. And that is a short overview of what SAGA is offering you. So now you should see it better. So we have different stages. Stage number 1 is here. It's getting to started. Therefore, you should watch the onboarding. That is the first thing you should do. Then the next thing is when it comes into your business, after you started, one of the most important things is getting leads, right? Having people to talk to. And here in SAGA, you have two options. The one option is you can import your data from your phone, from Instagram, from an external source. So you can import a CSV file or whatever you have. Maybe even you are able to download a report from your company with your customers, and you can upload them in SAGA. So that is what we are using it for. The other thing is you can use the lead magnet. And the lead magnets, they are there, especially for social media, to attract people with your brand and with something which gives value to get people interested in what you are offering. Is the name lead magnet for everyone? Everyone understands what a lead magnet should be? Right, yes or no? Because otherwise I don't want to throw around with words that some are not understanding. So no, I just see yeses. Perfect. Yeah, you're from Fraser. So one no. Okay, I will come to this later to if there's a question. So then we have the structured sales process. What is the structured sales process? This process is something like a funnel where you would say like, hey, first of all, I have to start talking to someone. That's the first thing. First, I have to connect with the people. After I connect to people, I have to find out if I have a solution for them. And how do I find that? Yeah, to find out if they have a problem, and if they have a problem they want to solve to solve it, then maybe I can offer my solution in terms of a product or in terms of an opportunity, right? And interestingly, every salesperson in the world, he has a clear structure about when what to say, right? Sadly, most of our people in the business don't have it. And this is why we invented the structured sales process, where Fraser, he did it at the beginning manually with this sticky notes, but now we have this in SAGA, so it's much, much easier. The cool part is here you have two things to do. You have the scripts, so you can send out script and put scripts into SAGA. And on the other hand, you have the email broadcast. And the email broadcast is cool because you can send out not only to one person, you can send it out to 100 or 1,000 people at the same time. And Fraser always said, you should build your list. It will not make you money by today, but it will make you money in a year or two. And how you can do this is by using lead magnets to get people interested in what you're doing. And you also can send out media, that means like videos or other data, to a specific person. Because one thing what we always learn in network marketing is use a third-party tool, right? Use someone else. So then as next we have the constant follow-up. Therefore, you have the DMO. Therefore, you can schedule the follow-up. Stay informed. We have the dashboard and the push notification. Every one of you should have updated it now. And then at the end, to teach and train yourself, it's like using the library. Does that make sense for you? Cool. So, okay. I was able to download some of my mobile, but it doesn't give me okay, yes. So let's go back into SAGA. So that was the onboarding. The next thing is what we have here is the connecting or the contacts. And for the contacts, the point is like, of course, the goal number one is to bring all your contacts into it. The cool part is if you till now worked with an Excel sheet, you can import this Excel sheet. If you worked with Trello, you can import Trello into that. If you didn't work with the digital list, you have to do it manually. How to do so? I can here create delete, and I could say like Sasha test drive 3. Then I can say like interested maybe in the product. I give him a phone number. That's not the correct phone number. And then I can say here test Sasha 23 on Instagram Sasha oh, now it's in there. You see it? Here it's in there. That is the process, and now we would start the saga. If you want to import your data, you can go here to import data and click here. So you can rather upload a file. You can import your contacts from a mobile. You can import them from Instagram, and you can import them from Facebook. Yes, at the moment, because it was there in the comment, Facebook just imports the name and not the link yet. So this has to be done manually, but the developer team are working on that you can easily import the whole information you have from Facebook. But I think everyone is aware of Facebook, right? Sometimes they are really hard when it comes to working together. Question: what is the main platform you are working with? Do you use mainly Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn? What is the one? Instagram, Facebook. Okay, and TikTok. Okay, cool. Yeah. So here's one part, but that's just my personal opinion. If you have more than 2,000 Instagram followers, I would really question, or at least if you have 5,000 Instagram followers, I would question if it makes sense to download all 5,000 contacts into Saga. Because at one point it could be a little bit overwhelming. Is everyone understanding that? Because like, yeah, 5,000, that feels a little bit like frustrating. Yeah, if I talk to 10 every day, it takes me 500 days until I started to do so. So that might be a little bit overwhelming. So you could cut that a little bit down. Below the number, I would import that because these are the people you should talk to. And these are the people you could talk to and have to talk to. So the process here is super simple. Here I'm in the connecting phase. That means if I click on this person, it open up, and then I see here all the informations. If I have the, for example, the birthday date, I can click on here. The activity, yeah, I see it was just created here. So then if I click on here on the assistant, he offers me a variety of scripts. At the moment, it's just a variety of scripts. It will become more precise, but at the moment, at the beginning, it's just this. So now the interesting part is that I can select one here where I said, okay, I use something like this. For example, for all the people here on Facebook, I could use this one. Hey, Sasha, I noticed we've been friends for some time, but never really connected. I would love to change this. How are you? Perfect one to warm up a conversation, right? So this is super helpful. I can use that. Interestingly, I can click here. And then, for example, if this is Instagram and I have Instagram handle put in, I click on this. It asks me open Instagram. And finally, I land on my Instagram page. So now, of course, because that's my own Instagram, sorry guys, I cannot send myself a a message. Otherwise, here the button would be like message. I could click on message and drag the message inside there. Is everyone understanding that? Hopefully. Okay, cool. So, Valentina, I love your question. Perfect. So now the question came here. Yeah, but in another language. What if English is not my main language? What should I do? Then you go here to resources, look resources, and then you can go to manage your scripts. Jeremy or Sarah, I don't know who's writing there. You should see everything also on your phone. Coming back to you, Valentina. Now you can put in here your own scripts. Add new script, and then I could say like, maybe I'm German, so I say, Hallo, danke, dass du dich für die Infos interessierst. So thank you that you're reaching out for the things I'm offering. So, and then I can say like, hey, should that be in connecting? Should that be in inviting? Should that be in which stage this script is be useful? And then I can say like that's specific for product. So I use this, and then if I save it, you here. I put it into connection, so now you see it here. Does that make sense for everyone? So for all of you who are used boards before, you can put in your scripts here to every specific step, and also with every language. And can I get I don't know how you say. So can I make clear that this information is not leaving the room? So then I can spoiler you something. Is that okay? So this section will become even more crazy, more useful. There you will have in future, you will have sub folders. So you can divide it, your scripts for, this is for product use. This is for people who want to do the business. This is for people who are on social media. This is the script for follow up to my customer. So you will be able to divide it in many different subcategories so that it's not overwhelming. Or in terms of multi-language, you could say like, these are the scripts for Bulgaria. These are the scripts for German. These are the scripts for Spanish. If you are offering or operating in different markets, you can put different folders with different scripts. Sounds cool for you? I hope that drives a lot of that excited me personally the most when I heard that this is coming. I love that one very, very much. So what you also saw that magically after I shared the information, the script, this Sasha test drive 3 moved from connecting to inviting automatically. Why? Because everyone who's in connecting means I have this person in my friend list, but I didn't talk to them. And after I reached out the first time, it moved to the next column, which is then inviting. And in terms of inviting, now it starts to build some relationships. Right? Now it's that what Fraser is doing. Yeah, he will ask about, hey, where are you from? As an example, what is actually the one thing that maybe bother you the most, and blah, blah, blah. So you build some relationship, and at some point you ask the question, are you open to look at some informations? In the world, it's pretty simple. First of all, you ask, hey, what are you looking for? What problem do you have? That's pretty simple. Then the next thing is, after they say what problems you have, you can say, okay, I understand. Do you already have a solution for your problem? And if people say like, no, I don't have a solution for that, then I say, okay, might you be open to look at my solution I found for myself, to because I have had maybe the same problem, or I have people who had the same problem, and now they, with my solution, they are happy. Is everyone understanding how the scripting and the flow is working? Right? So here in inviting, at the end, it's about, like Fraser says, is ask the question. At some point, it's like, are you open to look at this information I'm offering? Oh, the people said, yeah, I would be open. Now the interesting part comes here in resources. You can go down and share media. That means now you can send this person, for example, a testimonial, a product presentation, or whatever, how to explain the business. So I can send out, here again, I can copy it, I can send it out to Instagram. Now it opens up Instagram again. So it sends out to the next step. The interesting part is, like you see, now here's Sasha Test Drive, move to informing. And I put that now in the chat. And it would be cool if someone of you would assist me and just click on the link and start watching the video. Because you will see that SAGA is so amazing because it helps you to solve one big problem. How many times did you have the problem that you sent out an information to someone and then you didn't hear from them anymore? And you had no idea, did they watch the video? Did they click on the link? What did they do? Didn't they like the video? I have no idea, right? Is that happened to you? Write a 5 in the chat if it happened to you once, at least. Or if at least you know someone in the whole network marketing universe who had the same problem. So if already someone clicked on the link, so we go back here. So I reload the page. Did you see that magically from here, Sasha moved to here? Why? Now we click on this. We go on our activity. And you see, oh, you're nice. Look, viewed. How many people clicked on the link? That's very supportive. And at least someone watched it at least for 30 seconds. That means everyone you send an information and this person stays in informing, he never watched the video. Guys, I don't know if you understand that now you know if you send out informations out of SAGA to a specific person, you have an individual trackable link and you get a feedback if the person watched it, when it watched it, and how long the person watched it. Isn't that amazing? Or am I the only one who said like, that's cool. I like that. It makes my life so much easier. Yeah, okay, at least some of you. Okay, it's Sunday morning, afternoon, or night. I understand that it's hard. Tomorrow, some of you, yeah. So, Mo, so if it comes from board, it will not work. Why? You have to send out a resource which is in SAGA, because otherwise we cannot track it. Oh. So the question was, what is SAGA standing for? SAGA has two meanings. The one meaning is, this is a tool, this is a system which helps to raise the standard of the network marketing profession. Why? Because this industry is super beautiful, but sometimes it's treated like a hobby. And so the problem is the results are like hobby results. And therefore we said like, hey, what if we can give a system to everyone to create your own SAGA? Hopefully SAGA is translated in English the same way, but in Europe at least I think SAGA you can say like an epoch, a very great story. That is a saga. So like my family saga. At one point, your picture should be on the wall next to the fireplace in your house with your grandchildren, and everyone will point at you and say, she created our family saga. She changed our life. So this is how you have to see it. And the other thing is, SAGA stands for System for Action, Growth, and Optimization. So it's a synonym. Do you say synonym? Acronym. Or I think it's acronym. Yes. So a system for action, growth, and optimization. And maybe you understand it now a little bit. Optimization, why? You can send out a link, someone clicks on it, and you automatically see it, how it moves from one step to the next step. And now you know where is everyone in the steps. That's so cool. Now you know, hey, now I should follow up with this person. You can share a script and you can say like, hey, here's the script number 1. Hi, Sasha. I wanted to follow up. I would love to hear your thoughts. What stood out for you? Perfect. Here is the perfect script. After someone watched the video, you can send them immediately, right? And now the cool part comes. The magic lies in the follow-up. So what do? I click here and I know, oh, I sent the person now a message for tomorrow at the same time, maybe a different time, I should do a follow-up. Follow-up on the video. Scheduled. So now, by tomorrow, I get an information that I should follow up with Sasha Test Drive 3 on the follow-up. And look, the cool part is, if I go back here on the scripts, I click Share Scripts, and then I can take the next one, which is like, hey, Sasha, totally cool. If now isn't the right time, but I don't want your time and don't want waste my time. Just, hey, what is, and then about your goal. So you fill in here the goal, and then you send it out to the person. Don't send the script out without changing that. You have to adjust that. But you have a prototype of a script in there. And this person stays as long in this serving section, which is like follow-up section, until this person became a customer, became a promoter, told you, please don't contact me anymore, or died. There's only 4 options to leave this section. Can you schedule sending the follow-up? Yes, that is that I can say like I can do the next one is like I should follow up, and then I have the next one. So I can set this reminders for every task I want. So I have to do that. I have to send me a reminder to send the follow-up. And this is why I said, okay, follow up on the video. So I know that I have to go back to this person and send the next follow-up questions to this person if they didn't reach out to me at a point before. So no, the message you cannot schedule. You have to, because we don't have the access to your mobile and we don't have access to all your datas. So SAGA cannot schedule automatically sending out a message without you interacting. That's the problem at the moment, because it's like, yeah, that would be cool and spooky at the same time if your phone is doing this without the interaction. And we did that also by purpose because, and that's just my personal opinion, is everyone wants to have the business automated, right? At least we want that he'd post things automatically. He'd reach out to all the people automatically. Do you know what's happened if the system just do automatic follow-ups? The most important thing in network marketing is going away. That's the human touch. How many of you get a message from people who say, hey, I watched your profile. You would be a perfect fit into blah, 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 blah. Did any one of you got some kind of this message where you didn't even reply it because, wow, that is a, in Germany, we would say a 0815 message. So a really like the lowest level on message because you said it's not individualized. This person didn't take care about me. It just thought about me, hey, buy something from me. So it's impossible to build a relationship. And therefore, Danny, if we automate too many things, the human touch or the human connection get lost. We need it for our brain to be reminded to do so. But on the other hand, sometimes we have to put in the work because I think in the phase where AI gets bigger and bigger, I will tell you, the more personal you become, the more success you will have because people are striving for more personal relationship instead of having talk to an AI. That's my personal opinion. We love AI. I also love AI, but I also know the more things are AI, the more people also want to feel other people, maybe hug other people, touch other people. So this is why I said network marketing is in a perfect spot if it's done right in the next years. Okay, so is that helpful for you guys, or do I talk too much and should I go faster through the points? Sorry for that. It's always difficult because I'm so excited about this thing. We work for this on now for 3 years, and it's getting better and better, and it's still in the beginning. And if you would know what I know, what will be, how it will look like in 2 months, you would get freaking off when it comes to scripting, how it will look like in a month with all the features which are already in place to come. It's crazy. So I just can tell you, it already works, but we are still improving all the time. And by the way, when it comes to improving, 2 things. Here on the top right side, if you have any question, visit the help page. Go on the help page and look for all the explanations about the help page. There are many things in that. The next thing is if you have a specific question like importing your data and you are not a tech person, you have problems with this, feel free to book a call. We offer you a personalized call. So you can ask your specific questions to do so. Everyone is invited to do so. So that's cool. Oh, you're so sweet, guys. Thank you very much. Here, book a call for you possible. The other thing is, if there's anything you see we can do better, we want to have your feedback. So you can click visit community, and then here is feedback on the things. For example, someone said like, I want to have your daily task should be edible. So I want to create my own daily tasks. So if you say like, that's a great idea, go there and click and bring it 1 button up. The other thing you can do is like, if you click on the top, you have a look, what should be here? Nested folders in the library mobile module, please. That is already in development. I would love to see LinkedIn as a social media platform. It's already in development. small tweet for the lead magnet, follow-up notes, completed, that is already there, if you see that. Or add scheduled task at the dashboard, it's already there. So you see the developer team is pretty fast in trying to implement that. Right? So just here are two places you can watch and visit to understand it better. And there's the help page. And if you have a special thing and the suggestion of a feature, feel free to tell us. Why? Because SAGA is also created by you guys. Because it's made for network marketers. So this is why we need the feedback. If I want my team to use SAGA, will they get... The point here is, that's a question like, Mo, it's depending on how big your team is. Because there is an option to have a team-specific version where you can create your own onboarding, which is like for your own team completely. But of course, it makes sense. You have to have a specific size to do that, right? I hope everyone understands that. That, for example, of course, to be super transparent, our team has a different SAGA than this SAGA we have here, because in our SAGA for our team, we have our specific, team-specific onboarding in it, which is pretty the same. And of course, we don't have someone as cool as Fraser in it, but we have some our company, let's say it says our company and our team specific things into it. Does it make sense? Does everyone understand that? Yeah, okay. So, but the big goal for you, all of it, is that at some point your team is so big that you say, like, hey, I want to have my own white labeled version of SAGA to use it for my whole team. Does it make sense? Because we are here in network marketing to build other people. Therefore, this SAGA also helps you. One cool thing is the Kanban view. It's amazing. At the moment, it's just on desktop, but it will come on mobile too. So just please wait. If you do a power hour, so that means if you have just 1 day, 1 hour a day time, you would start with reaching out to your customer. That is the first thing you should do. So that is number one thing to do. Reach out to your customers. Not to all at the same time and not every day, but to your customers, that's the first thing. Why? Because customers are the biggest chance to bring in new customers, right? Because if you have a happy customer and he stays happy customer, you make money. So we want to, because a happy customer is already convinced. And if you have a happy customer who's happy with the product, he might refer you to other happy people. So this is the first thing we do. The second thing is, what we do is we go here to serving. That is the follow-up. That means like everyone who got a video from us or an information from us, now I have to follow up. And the point here is, it's not about just following up. It's about helping them in a bigger picture. Why? Because if you help someone, at some point, these people want to give something back. So, because at the beginning they said, hey, I want to lose some weight, for an example. And then after they watch the video, you help them with your tips, what they can do to lose weight. And at some point, maybe you can say, like, hey, here's this and this tip, but one of the best tips my customers using is this and this and this. Or another thing is what you could send out is testimonials. Maybe you have some testimonials from your team, you have some testimonials for your customer. I can highly recommend you send people who are interested in what you are offering the same kind of testimonials. Works pretty good. Then in informing, that's stage number 3. You reach out to all the people who didn't watch the video yet. In step inviting, you start building a relationship. The thing here is, take care, this number is never 0. Because if this number is high, you have enough people to talk to. And if you have enough people to talk to, it's super hard to stay poor. You just have to do it. And how do you do that? You send out the first script and start building a relationship. Is everyone understanding these steps? And are they clear? And do they make sense? Perfect. So then I just want to look at two more things because we could do it for hours, but it's not the purpose of that. We have the library. Here's the library. And in the library, you have your personal library. That means you can upload your own videos. You also have here social media. You have the social media secret selling course from Fraser. So you have a complete course from Fraser, how to build your social media following on a 3-day course. It's a great course. It's really great. I love that one. Then we have a section here, Learn SAGA. And if you click there, you have the first Fraser training, the second Fraser training. You have a complete video about understanding the sales system. You see a guy is talking about the system. We were talking about here the how to set up the lead magnet. Here is a complete guide on how to set up the lead magnet, and even with everything what you should do, could do. And here I also give you some insights what I would do and how to utilize ChatGPT to get better results, to set up, for example, the email, to set up the landing page. Everything is here explained into this video. And how long is the video? How to set up. So this video is 3 minutes long. 3 minutes long, but I would say to set up a new lead magnet, you might do that in 10 to 15 minutes. Super easy. And here you have a training about how to set up lead magnet. We do that. That's the community call where we did together with one person a specific lead magnet. And you see one-on-one how we did that, how we used it, especially for her niche and for her brand. We created a lead magnet and how to set it up. So there's everything inside of it. Is that helpful for you? What I would recommend you to do is like go to the personal library and upload videos you have from your company, maybe videos you have from your upline. So if you have a video which is explaining your product, put that into the library. If you have a video where someone explained about your business and the business opportunity, put that into the library. If you have maybe some testimonials, put that here into the library. Why? Because these are the most important resources you can use. And last, we have here the lead magnet. Here's how you can use you go on my lead magnets, and then you can use here different lead magnets and upload them, create them like you will see in the library. Last but not least, we have here the analytics. So you can click here on the analytics. Sadly, today I didn't do anything here. Here you get a feedback by yourself. You can see how many contacts did I do, how many contacts overall do I have, how many new contacts that was today. So you see today a new contact came in. So this is where we are. And I see what happened in the current week. I can see that on the month, on the year, the last 7 days, the last 30 days. And that's pretty helpful for us. So for you and for everyone who's using SAGA, because numbers don't lie, right? And what I always do is if a team partner comes to me and says, oh, the business is not working. The first, what I ever do is asking, okay, what are your numbers? And of course, if they say they talked to 0 to 1 person in a week or in the last week, I don't have to wonder why the business is not growing, right? Because if I don't talk to someone, and like we said, in Germany, you said, if your mouth is closed, your shop is closed. or your business is closed. So what I mean with this, you have to speak with people. And here you can track your activity. So there you see, am I doing the right steps at the moment to grow my business? So that should be a short, short introduction about the main features. Of course, we still have the email broadcast list and link made, but the purpose of the call today were to give you a broad overview on how to use SAGA. One of the main steps you have to do first is bring your contacts into SAGA. That's the main step, because then you can start using the structured sales process. Is there any question you have where you say, like, I have to ask this question, otherwise I cannot sleep tonight? So what I can recommend you is, like, at the 27th on Tuesday, we have the great training together with Fraser. I can highly recommend you to be there. And on the 28th, we have the community ask all your questions call. So there you also very wide invited to jump on this call to get all the feedback. What is Kanban? Yeah, Kanban is the technical term of this kind of view, which is like the view of the Trello, where you have these different steps. And yeah, my recommendation would, if you want to understand why it's called Kanban, Google it or ask ChatGPT, because it's just a common name. Some developers decided to call this Kanban. I can't tell you more. Sorry, Jeremy or Sarah. So I really don't know it. I just use it and it works, and therefore it's fine. In that case, I want to say thank you for everyone for your time and for your participation. It's always cool to have some interactions, and I hope you see the same thing like I see, which is in Saga and how it can help everyone. And if any question come up, feel free to book a call, write support, or put in some ideas into the feature request, because therefore it's there. And in future, on the Wednesday call, we also highlight people who are using Saga with crazy good results, so you can learn from other members who are also using Saga. So you see a lot of best practice examples in this course. So Natalie is from Jamaica. That's also cool. So there I have a lot of sun. I don't have sun anymore. It's dark outside. In that case, I wish you a beautiful night, or beautiful evening, beautiful Sunday, and hopefully we see us again on the call with Fraser on Tuesday. Have a great day. Bye.